Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Alatra TV Middle East. And today we will have a nice show, a very interesting conversation because we have a very special guest today, and also we have a very special. Just a second, I have some sound problem. Just a second. That should be fine. Good. So, hello, dear friends. So we welcome back to Alatra TV Middle East, and today we will have a very special show because we have a special guest, and our show today is called "Alone We Are Strong, Together We Are Unstoppable." And I'm very happy to introduce my co-host today, Leslie Magnum from the USA. Hi, Leslie. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you doing?
Very
Well,
good.
hello,
And
dear
just
viewers.
Great. And just before we start, I would like to remind our viewers that the project Creative Society is being launched on the platform of Alatra International Public Movement by the volunteers. People from 180 countries of the world are conducting nowadays interviews, live conversations, and roundtables, as well as conferences on the topic Creative Society. Creative Society is such a society where all of us live happily. A society without war, a society where we all live prosperously. And how we envision such a society, this is the main reason why we ask people all over the world. The society consists of each human being, and without asking each person in the world, we cannot have the full picture. So, dear viewers, if you like to take part in our conversation today, please don't hesitate to write your questions below this video, and most interesting questions we will ask our special guest today.
Yes. Today, viewers, we continue our program of 6 degrees of connection. Each live broadcast, we connect new people from different countries using the rule of six handshakes. For those who have not heard of this rule, it is an idea. All people are six or fewer social connections away from each other. Our goal is to meet all people from around the world in order to know their culture and their traditions and to ask them, what type of society would you like to live in? And thanks to social media networks, we believe this is totally possible. And if you would like in the future to take part, please send us an email.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Thank you. So actually, the theory of six handshakes is really working. And they see with contemporary social media, it's even less than five. It's sometimes two or only three social connections. And this is why we have very interesting guests with us every day. And today also we have a very interesting guest from Dubai, Christian Williams. And his presence with us today is grasped to the fact that his friend was a participant of our show previously. So hello, Christian, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very well. How are you doing?
Hello, Christian.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
So again, thank you for
Please.
the opportunity. And like I mentioned, I was listening in on the previous episode, and it inspired me massively. I think we all go through periods of our week, of our day, of our life where we struggle. We need somebody to kind of show us the way. And the six connections or relationships is a perfect encouragement for us to connect with more people, because I believe you never know who you're going to interact with. You could meet that person you've always been searching for. And at the same time, you might be the only person that individual has spoken to for a very long time. And we do not realize how impacting our influence can be. And our one single connection, like you were saying, can stem into so many and so much positive movement. So thank you again for the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome, Christian. Absolutely. Now, please tell us about your position here on a creative society, and what would you like? Um, what do you like about your country and where you are? And tell us a little bit about how things go there and what people are doing for each other there and why you're so proud of where you are.
Yeah. Well, I live in Dubai, and I've been living in Dubai for almost 3 years. But as you can probably tell from my accent, I wasn't born and bred in Dubai. I'm from Wales. Okay. So, to answer that question, in terms of where I live now, it's a great place to be. The reason why we particularly moved to Dubai was because I'm a big believer in you become a product of your environment. And I wanted to be around people who are very driven to change the world, very successful, very inspiring. An analogy to think of this as if you took a carrot and you cut the carrot in two and you divide each part of the carrot into a jug of water. On one jug of water, you have sugar, and the other jug, you have salt. The one carrot will become a pickle, and the other carrot will become a jam. So we become a product of our environment. So I got very kind of interested in coming to Dubai. And since then, I mean, things have just flourished. Our business has been very successful. We're continuing to deliver the message, which is to show people that we can achieve whatever we want to achieve. But in regards to where I'm originally from, I'm from Wales and I'm very proud Welshman. And the old fuel I'm doing this for is because unfortunately, where I'm from, it doesn't have that same energy at this present. But I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to establish myself. I'm trying to grow my recognition so I can encourage people from where I'm from to see that they can achieve whatever they set out, regardless of their goals. So I'm very thankful and blessed that I have an opportunity to do that. And I'm very driven to keep pushing myself and gaining more recognition and more exposure so more people can follow the lead and lead by an example.
Absolutely.
Christian, and we know that you are a very goal-driven person, and as you mentioned now yourself, then we know that you are a well-known bodybuilder holding the title of Mr. Wales, Mr. England, Mr. London. You are a body transformation coach, and you are an owner and partner of Christian William PT. So this is very impressive, and of course, to achieve all these goals, you should have really an athletic mindset. And what is very interesting is that you're eager to help people to achieve also their goals. So can you maybe share with us your understanding of self-work, teamwork, and how to make sure to keep the goals in front of you and how to achieve them?
100%. I mean, the title of this evening is what our company stands for, and that is alone we are strong, but together we're unstoppable. And this message stems back from when I was young. I was brought up without a father. So my mother, she provided as much as she could, but my appetite was bigger than her menu. So I would find ways to get more work. I'd have a paper round, a milk round, and I would just earn as much as I could to support my appetite. And then I stumbled across bodybuilding, which has been amazing for me. It's opened the door up to connect with so many like-minded people. It's allowed me to travel the world, to encourage other people to transform the way they look and in return transform the way they feel. But unfortunately, I was following a path that led me to believe that I didn't need any help, that all I needed was myself, because alone I was very strong. Everything that I achieved, I set out on my own. All the goals I set, I achieved. But this created a very narrow mindset. And it was only until I realized my true potential and purpose, which is to positively impact the world, that I started allowing people to help me and allow people to let me grow. And then I realized that together we're unstoppable, because the more people we can get on, the more amplified we can be. It's like a speaker, right? If you have one speaker, it projects a certain sound. If you put another speaker at the other side of the room, the sound volume increases by 2. If you put the 2 speakers together, it amplifies by 3. So the more people delivering the same message, the more louder that message becomes. So I think it's so important for everybody to work together as a team. And what we have to remember as well is to be a good team player, we always have to think of where we were and not judge people at our levels. We have to meet people at their level and bring them to us, because we were all at the same position. Like when I start working with a potential client, I could not expect them to apply the same intensity that I would in my training or be as disciplined as I am with my nutrition. What I have to do is encourage them, come to their level, and bring them along with me. And the more people we can get collectively sharing that same message, the same share idea, the more that message is going to expand across the globe. So I hope that's happened to answer the question. Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. That is really, really good insight. And I just love your message. We are unstoppable together. That is creative society itself. You know, that's the whole idea, is to be there for each other. And when you come together, when you have people that express that energy all around the world, and for some reason I feel that energy has always been there, and now we have the chance to connect it all, and it makes such a difference. It really does. And bodybuilding, yeah, I've been there, man. Hey, it's fun.
Yeah.
There's a great connection with people. It's and making people feel better and look better is, I tell you, it really does a lot for an individual. Self-care is so important. It really does. And self-care can make you want to be with other people, care about other people, and just feel that energy.
Yeah, I totally agree. And if you want to change the world you see, you have to change the way you see the world. So, what we work with body transformation, purely because the body is so easy to transform. By transforming the body, people gain confidence. They're able to transform other areas. So I take it back when I was 15 years old, when I first started my transformation. I was unhappy by the way I looked. A girl in school said, I was well overweight, and it made me feel very upset. So I was determined to change the way I looked. And it was the last day before we broke up for the 6-week summer holiday. And I was determined to come back looking completely different. So I run every day, I did press-ups, I did sit-ups, and I committed to only eating foods I considered good for me. 6 weeks later, I transformed. I came back to school as a fitness fanatic. I had a ripped six-pack.
I love
the
it.
attention I was getting
Sounds great.
from the ladies was incredible. My academics improved. I was made captain of the school football and rugby team. But what changed the most for me was my ability to see how transformational my results can be if I apply my focus and my dedication. And that is life-changing. Regarding whatever your message, whatever the goal is, we can achieve whatever we set out. And the more people who are proving and leading by an example, I come from, a very deprived area of South Wales, a lot of crime, a lot of drugs, a lot of violence. I'm very proud where I come from, but I'm encouraging those, this doesn't have to be the way. That if we put our mind to changing the way we want to see things and the way people see us, all we have to do is commit and take action.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, the focus of a person is like a fractal. There you apply it, you achieve results. Then we apply it all together, we achieve results very quickly. And that's actually a great example that you start from your body, because you understand here you can control something, you can achieve something quite quickly, as you said, 6 weeks only, and you see the results, you're a new person, and then you learn how to control your focus and then how to move forward. And okay, finally, we are here today and we prepared several collages for you. Can we see them, please, on the screen? And maybe you could comment on them. What do you see?
Wow, let me see if I can make the picture a little bit bigger. Okay, sorry. It's very small on my screen. So I can see myself, I can see a picture of myself, my wife, and my dog Zeus. And do you want me to describe what this picture resonates with me?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So the picture we see here, which is got the two of us with glasses on, I got a cap on, and we got a dog. This was Christmas morning. And what we decided to do was wake up very early. We've decided to drive to the Love Lakes, which is in Dubai, and watch the sunrise with our pup, where you can see in the picture. So what this is for me is it's the bond of a relationship. The dog that's in the center, we went through an issue a few weeks ago where our dog had heat stroke and he was fighting for his life. I tried my best to cool him down. I brought the air conditioning, I put him in the shower, and he was literally overeating and he was going to die. We took him to the vets, and we were told in the vets that he might not make it through the hour, because if his temperature went above 42 degrees, he's going to overeat and his organ would have damaged and he's probably going to die within the hour. So we prayed that he would come home. Thankfully, he came home. But what that did, it allowed the bond between the three of us to be so stronger. It allowed me to see what was important, because in that moment where I was trying to keep the dog alive, I didn't care about the trophies I got behind me. I didn't care about the materialistic things I got. All I cared about was the people, the closest to me, the lives that matter. That was all I cared about. So that picture there, for me, it realized I'm reminded of what's important to me the most, and that's the lives that I can touch. The next picture there, I've got my little nieces. I can see Savannah with my wife again, Carly, and myself, and this is when we went back home to visit my family in the UK. And as you can see, there's so much joy and life in my niece. Now, again, my niece was a gift from God. My sister was going through a difficult time in her life. And in all honesty, I didn't know which direction she was going to take, which was difficult for me because I was trying to encourage her to go in a positive route. But she was just stumbling down a route that I saw no return to. And I knew what she wanted deep down. She wanted a child. You know, it wasn't what she was presented. But thank God, Savannah came like an angel and her life stood still and went in a completely different direction. And I'm blessed to have all my family, and we're all blessed to have our little nieces in our lives. So that is very important. The next picture there is going to be with some melons in front of my chest, which is a picture of me in the Philippines. And again, the Philippines was something I really wanted to go. And I went there on a business event. I went with my wealth coach and we spent a few days going over some business ideas. But what the country did for me is taught me the value in family. It showed me how important, you know, nothing we have is very important to us unless we have the people with us. I was welcomed into many families and I was treated like one of their own. And it solidified a bond that I have, and the relationship is stronger that I have with my mum now because of this. So that picture there, that's what I feel from there. The fourth picture, can you tell me? Okay. So again,
you can try to double click them. Maybe you see it.
Pictures myself, my wife, and my dog Zeus. Yeah, maybe I can see it now. So this picture was when we were going on one of our adventures a few days ago. It was on the beach in the morning. And as you can see, you know, it was like we ride together, we die together, bad boys for life. And we're always together. He's in the front. And why bad bulls is because a lot of our model is bull mode. We promote, you know, the logo is the bull, and this is what we stand for. And obviously, we are a French bulldog. So again, we ride together, we die together.
Yeah.
Bull, bad bulls for life.
I love it.
Yeah, very, very beautiful. But that's not yet all. We have another collage for you.
Oh,
Yes. So tell us about it.
Yeah,
This
here it
one.
is.
Okay. Let me see if I can open this up.
Double
So,
click,
okay,
I think.
so the first picture I can see is with Julia Michaels, who is very famous for The Biggest Loser. And we were lucky to get introduced to Julia Michaels. She's a fitness fanatic and a very well-recognized personal trainer. Have you heard of Julia Michaels? You probably would have
Yes.
heard her. But anyway, we got
Absolutely.
introduced to her from a close friend, and she gave us a lot of good information in how to target the mass and not to sell a product, but to sell an idea. The same idea as what we've been trying to target, but obviously our approach is more direct. So it was really nice to have that interaction there with her. The next picture is myself with a promo kind of pop-up board we have in many gyms here in Dubai. And it's me with my clients and a transformation, and it's showing what can be achieved, and it's promoting everything we stand for, and that's helping people take them from where they were to where they want to be. The next picture is me on the beach doing meditation.
Absolutely.
Now,
I
meditation
love it.
was something that I stumbled across because, as you can tell, I'm very goal driven and I'm always trying to improve my skills. At the moment, I'm trying to learn how to speed read better. The more information I can absorb, the more information I can understand and give out. So meditation was something I stumbled across because I looked at a lot of business icons of mine, and I realized they were promoting meditation as a way to gain more focus. So I started doing meditation, but it became a savior for me. It allowed me to go from a very aggressive mindset. And this isn't because I'm an aggressive person. This is because during my childhood, I had a lot of anxiety, I had a lot of stress, I had a lot of peer pressure, a lot of frustration being around where I was from. And I found the weights, and I was able to channel all that energy into a positive direction. But what that did, it embedded my belief system to believe that in order for me to achieve success in the gym, that I needed to go in with this mentality of destruction. If I had to create a very negative environment inside my mind, which I knew at the time was something that I don't really want to promote, because the mind is plastic. And if we're around these negative thoughts, we start to believe and think negative. And what your meditation allowed me to do is go into my workouts in such a zen state.
Yes.
Not only was my recovery far better, my performance far better, but because I was in such a parasympathetic state with my heart rate, my body fat reduction came quicker. So I divorced an idea of using a negative mindset in order to deliver a positive result. I married a new idea that didn't make me feel bad about the way I looked or the way I felt. And since then, I've been practicing it well, and I've been promoting it as much as I can.
Sure. Absolutely.
Such deep understandings. That's exactly what we discussed with Leslie just before we started today's broadcast, that many things start in childhood and we can change them to the right direction.
Obviously 100%. I mean, the fourth picture is, again, there's me in my courtyard. Now, this type of photograph is very famous because I don't know if many of you follow Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know both of you would have heard of him. But there's a famous photo where he's in the gym and he's doing donkey calf raises, which is the exercise we're doing there. And he has two females on the back of him. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't lucky enough to have two females, but I have my wife on the back of me, which is in a front double bicep. I don't know if it's luck to have two females or if it's unlucky, but anyway. And the message we're promoting out there is, you know, during this pandemic and this lockdown, obviously in Dubai, the gym's closed, like in the many parts of the world. But we realize how important it is and how fruitful exercise can be for our mindset and keeping us in a positive spirit. So what we continue to promote and push out there, like you can see in the picture, we're having fun. We're having fun doing something that's promoting us with good health and good well-being. And that's the message we continue to pass out there as well.
Absolutely.
Very beautiful message. And what is happiness to you? Because we say that creative society is a society of happy people. So every person should be happy in such a society. So what is happiness to you?
Well, in my opinion, happiness is what everybody is seeking. And whether they know it or not, they attach their mindset on different goals which they feel happiness is going to come from, whether that's money, whether that's a relationship, whether that's, you know, advancing in a career, business, family, children. But unfortunately, happiness comes within. Too many people focus externally and they end up achieving what they set out to, but they die unhappy or they die unfulfilled. So again, through the meditation, it's allowed me to look in myself and become really content. And happiness is within inside. And once we are truly happy and content, we live in a happy society and a happy world. Because like I said, we become a product of the environment. And if the environment we've created is a very happy one, then everything around us will become happy. Happiness is so important. And like I said, it's what we should all be striving towards. The soul is joyful. The soul is happy. It's the human mind, our infrastructure, our past experiences, our fear, our regret, all these things, our ego, stop us from feeling as happy as we could be. But if we just relaxed, if we just focused in and went inside and found the happiness within, then the entire world is going to change.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, regret is one of the biggest things a lot of adults deal with. And if they can get past that, they would do a whole lot better. And meditation is so important, and it really works. It really does. You get to attach yourself with your inner soul and all the energy that is provided, that good energy, because we all know that there really is much more good in the world than there is bad. And when you connect yourself with those good thoughts, you see more of the good. But you have to connect yourself with those good thoughts because it brings so much more. It brings nothing but more and more good thoughts.
And what I really liked is, and you mentioned that you find this happiness inside and then you bring it outside. Like
Yes.
it's not vice versa that you are looking for the happiness outside, because you will never find happiness this way. But then you find this source of happiness inside you, then the transformation of everything what is around you changes very quickly as well. And these are very deep understandings. And talking about the topic creative society, it's the global project on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement. And as I mentioned earlier, we ask every person, every human being, how he or she envisions a creative society. So please give your vision of such a society. Can you describe it? In which society you would like to live in?
Yeah, 100%. And I'll be totally honest, the society I live in, because there's a battle going on, and it's been going on for centuries. And the battle is not between races, and the battle is not between diseases or viruses. The battle is between good and evil. And depending on which side of the fence you decide to stand on, that fence and that crowd is just going to become bigger. So I'm on that fence. I truly look for seeing the positives in every situation. And for me, the perfect society would be for everybody else to feel the same. for everybody to realize they have everything they need inside of them. We talked about the fact that people are looking externally. People do the same with relationships. They're searching for a partner that's going to love the way they look, love the way they sound, love being with them. But they don't enjoy being with themselves. They don't enjoy the way they look. They don't enjoy the way they feel. So until they go inside and change that, which is so easy to do, nothing else outside. But as soon as they do that, everything else externally will flow. Everything will come in. So my opinion of a perfect society would be where everybody realizes the truth. And the truth is we can feel and we can be and we can achieve anything we desire. And the problem becomes if we desire in the wrong things, we're going to start becoming the wrong things. And again, I go back to the beginning of this answer. That is the society I live in, because once you feel that way, you don't see it any other way. You only attract good, positive energy. You only attract like-minded people. Your subconscious must put you in the direction that it knows is beneficial for you. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to be happy, content, and feel successful. So this is very, I wouldn't say addictive, but it's very inviting for a mindset. So that would be the perfect society. And I believe it's going down that route, especially now with this pandemic. It's forcing people inside where at first the world felt imprisoned. But the message is simple. If you listen to the message and you see the opportunity, you're encouraged to spend time with yourself, to work on yourself, to go inside yourself and realize the truth that this life is an experience and it's an amazing one. And we can, like an architect, like a producer, like a director, we're in control of everything we choose and everything we think is not good for us.
How do you see our society through education, free education for everyone, free medical for everyone? How do you envision our society with that? And what do you think it would take to make that happen?
Well, unfortunately, somebody very wise once told to me is the world is driven by money. Now, money can be a very good attribute. It can be a very good tool if you realize what money is. And money is to get to the next stage and to get to the next level so you can help more people. So unfortunately, there is a lot of money being made off people's sickness. You know, medical bills, prescriptions, drugs, medication, all these things are making
Yes.
a massive profit.
Yes, but how do you see it in a world where, how do we make that happen? How can we as a society make that happen? We have all the resources in the world. We have all the inventions in the world, and we just keep on making things, and money's there. So how do we bring it all together and make education and medicine free for everyone?
Yeah, it's a good question because a lot of people in the world need it, and a lot of people simply can't afford it. And again, if we realize the truth, and like I said, that we're all connected and we're all one, and the better I do in my life, the better you do, the more we will be willing to help other people. And I think there needs to be more emphasis and appreciation for a lot of the educators and a lot of the healthcare specialists that are helping people. They need to get more gratitude for what they're actually doing, which is going to inspire more people to become educators, and more people to become educated is going to be inspire more people to help people in the medical industry, and more people are going to be helped.
Yeah, absolutely. And there we come to the point that it's, as you mentioned, it's so important for us to unite. And that basically means that we should find that universal grain which unites all of us. So I would like to ask you, what unites all of us despite our different nationalities, different religions, sometimes different races? What unites all of us globally?
Well, that is something that I discovered as well, again, through meditation, by going in deep into myself and realizing what one thing do I have that is always almost the same, slight different, but almost identical to not every person, but every being on this planet. And I realized that was my lifeline. That was the beat of my heart. We're all connected through our vibrations, and we're all connected through our heart. And the more love we feel, the more love we can amplify. So one thing we have in common, and one thing we all have, is that vibration, that beat, that love that's deep within. And if we can unite with that, we realize that through our communication now, through the technology we have, we're able to transfer our energy and our love and our thoughts from within just by finding it and just by unlocking it. So that's where we all are connected, is in our heart, in our love, in our compassion, and in the beat of us, because we're all sitting here now and I'm speaking, everyone else is quiet listening, but our hearts are all beating. Everybody's heart's beating, every being's heart is beating every second of every waking day. So that is one thing that we should be encouraged to go into. If we want to target more people for the better, if we want to encourage more people to feel, we should go to the source, and the source is inside our heart. I hope that's answered the question. I hope it's come across the way I wanted it to.
That's such a beautiful answer. And actually, that's absolutely true. Then when we feel this love, which unites all of us, then also our forces multiplies, and this positive force can be really used to change this world for a better place to live. And as you touched now the topic of heartbeat, I would like to introduce to our viewers the 8 foundations of a creative society. So they were recently published in the article, which is available for our viewers to be read on the website allatraunites.com. And these are those 8 foundations based on which we can create the society of happy people. And actually, the first and the most important foundation is human life. So I would like to introduce you this foundation. A human is the fundamental unit of society, and humanity is one big family. So the first foundation of a creative society is human life. Human life is the highest value. Life of any human has to be protected as one's own. The goal of society is to ensure and guarantee the value of each human's life. There is not and never can be there anything else more valuable than a human's life. If one human is valuable, then all people are valuable. So, what do you think about this value? Could you comment on it, please?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important for us all. I mean, we are so human life, and I think it's incredible. All the values there. I mean, and the message is transcending. It makes you realize, the importance of our human life, because it is a gift, and we should take full advantage of that. So I honestly think it is an incredible message and promotion of how everybody should think and feel.
Do you think if we as a humanity and each of us accepts this as the first pillar, is the main important pillar, that our society will change quickly?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, and I honestly believe everything does happen for a reason. So as fast as society will change, it'll be as fast as it needs to change. So the more this message can get out there, I don't think is about the speed of change. It's about the speed of development, because how you change is how you grow, for sure. But it's the process, it's the transition. You know, what we always look at, especially what I do with the transformation coaching, we have an image of somebody, and then we have another image of somebody, and they go from being overweight, unhealthy, to being in very good shape, maybe a photo shoot or a competition. And it's very attractive. But the journey from A to B is more memorable, and that's what's more life-changing. So the transition period of the change is necessary, not just the change. And that is all about the experience. So again, it will change as fast as it needs to flow in order to develop the skills, attributes, and the ability and understanding of what everybody needs.
True. I think, Leslie, maybe we should introduce all the 8 foundations to our viewers. Perhaps someone is watching us for the first time, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have those in front of me, all of the foundations, Ilani. So if you could share, that would be great.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to you without my mic. So actually, we can see the foundations on the screen now, and I introduced already the first foundation. So the second foundation is human freedom. The third foundation is human safety. The fourth foundation is transparency and openness of information for all. The fifth foundation is creative ideology, and the sixth foundation is development of personality. The seventh foundation is justice and equality, and the eighth foundation is a self-governing society. So maybe I would ask Christian, you and Leslie, you, that you choose one of foundations and maybe you give your understandings and comments on it.
Well, I would go with the last one, the self-governing. I think we're kind of in that direction now. I think Alatra has made such a big difference around the world, and seeing the opinions and hearing the opinions of the world, and looking at where we are right now, where people really want to take control of their lives and their community and the lives of their community and in the lives of government as well, meaning that the government believes and respects what the people's needs are, because actually the people should be the governing, and what the government should be is workers for the people and not directors for the people. And I think that's where we're headed. And when we all come together again, I go back to together we're unstoppable. I mean, that's just the epitome of people in the world coming together. I can only imagine that, and I just see it happening because we are unstoppable together. And in a sense of where we're governing ourselves, where we're using our resources for each other, where we're learning from each other, from each other's differences, from each other's traditions and cultures. It makes such a big difference. And the governing of ourselves would allow us so much more freedom to do that, to learn from each other, to enjoy each other's food, music, culture, everything. It would be a great thing.
Thank you, Leslie. And which one would you choose, Christian?
Well, Leslie, that was great. I mean, I really love the message there, and it's exactly what I agree with. And what I jumps out to me the most was human freedom, and it's kind of on the same kind of concept of what you were speaking about there. And I believe that a lot of people, they feel like their freedom has been taken away, but it's the fact they've given it away. Now we're in control, like I said, and it's like the elephant and the stick story. I mean, when an elephant's a baby, it gets tied to a tree, it tries and tries to get away. In the end, it stops trying. So by the time the elephant is fully grown, you can tie it to a twig, and it doesn't even try anymore. So that elephant feels like it's a prisoner, but it has the power and the strength and the freedom to do whatever it wants. So what we become is we become, again, embedded by our belief system. We become locked into the prison we put ourselves in. We're able to do whatever we want. And like I said, with the society, the governing society, and as you mentioned, all working towards for this, it's great. And at the same time, like I said, we all have the ability and the freedom within. We just have to remove ourselves. We just have to take action into the direction we want to go. And we realize that, again, together we're unstoppable. The more people we can collaborate with, the bigger our network can grow, the bigger our movement forward, and the more freedom the society will have.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And yeah,
Both
and
of you
it's
mentioned such important things.
yes,
Yes. Sorry,
yes.
Leslie, I interrupted you.
Yeah, it's just such a positive energy that's flowing right now, and it's just flowing around the world. It's something I've never experienced, and something I really enjoy being a part of every day and seeing it grow every day, and just having a connection. And for our viewers, this is an amazing time. It really is. It's an amazing time for the world right now. And I'm just happy that we're all a part of it. And we're going to make a difference. We're making a difference right now. We're making a difference right now. Today, at this moment, we're in the now.
Absolutely. One of the main messages which is sent on to our viewers is always that our society doesn't need a revolution. Our society needs an evolution. And this evolution comes
Yes.
from the points you mentioned today, as Christians mentioned initially at the beginning of our program today, is that people should take responsibility about
Yes.
themselves. They should be responsible towards the society. They should use the focus to the right direction, and altogether we are very strong and we can really get our goals and achieve our goals very quickly. So I would like ask you, Christian, what do you think could be the best way to inform people about such an initiative as Creative Society?
Well, platforms, social media, I mean, spreading the word, speaking. I've been doing a lot of speaking internationally, and I realized the power of voice. The power of voice, we can amplify our message. What's interesting is the last couple of weeks, I've been working massively from home. I've been, working from the office. We've been very busy because we pivoted very well. I missed that one-on-one interaction. And like I said, I made it my goal to speak to every single person that I've seen, but I haven't met. So where even if I'm walking past a stranger in the street, for the last few days, I've been going up to everybody and introducing myself. I'm Christian Williams. I run a body transformation program. I would love to build a relationship with you if you're interested. If not, check out my website, check out my Instagram, follow me. And the whole point is the more interaction we can have, the more of a message we can deliver. So what I would suggest to people is just to keep spreading that message, whether that's on social media platforms, whether that's one-on-one, whatever, just every time you speak, every opportunity you have, keep pushing that message out. And that is going to be the best way. Above me on my board, I have something I wrote. And the message is, I will not take a day off from my goals because my life and other people's lives depend on it. So my way to make sure my message gets heard is to not stop for one day. If I see somebody, I'm going to introduce myself and share my message with them. And I encourage everybody to do the same. Like you said, it's the six relationships or connections, handshakes from changing the world. So keep interacting, keep shaking hands, keep meeting new people.
Thank you. Very inspiring. Thank you so much. Leslie, and what would you wish to our viewers?
Well, I'd like to say that to our viewers that this platform is designed not only for us, but for you. And this is something that is inspiring to the world, no matter your culture, no matter your religion, no matter your language, no matter your heritage. We are all in this world together. And together, we make it a better place. Together, we are unstoppable. Again, together, we are unstoppable and we make it a better place. It's all up to us, and it starts with us as individuals. So go back to that childhood where you wanted peace. Go back to that childhood where you had a dream of your own, and take yourself to that direction. Take yourself to your passion. Take yourself to your gift that was given to you and only to you to help provide and to do for others, and not be afraid anymore. Not be afraid.
Thank you
Take the
so much.
direction.
Thank you, Leslie. Christian, what would you wish to our viewers?
Well, first of all, Leslie, again, love the message. I mean, you're speaking from the heart and you're speaking direct to mind. And everybody else who's listening, I'm sure feels the same. It's so powerful and it's an incredible deliverance. And again, like I said, it's so natural because it's flowing. And I would say the same is to the viewers is there is a lot of very good content and there are a lot of good people trying to push good content out there. But like I said, there's a battle going on between good and evil. There's also a lot of people trying to push their own stuff. So be careful what you choose to watch and you choose to listen to. Follow platforms like this. Reach out to my Instagram, my social media panels, all of us here, and follow those who align with your core. And like Leslie was saying, go back to your childhood. If you look at any child, before they start developing that construction and that barriers and these blockages, they're so joyful and they're so happy. Go back to these moments and find more people aligned that are willing to go with you.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be part of this beautiful conversation today, really. Thank you so much, Christian and Leslie, for your understandings and for your messages. And I would like to address our dear viewers. We live in the 21st century, but still we live in the society that there is hunger, there people die of thirsty, there are wars and aggression and conflicts, but nobody wants to live in such a society. And altogether, as we discussed today, we can do a lot. We can change it very quickly, and we can change it in an absolutely peaceful way. So if you would like to join the project Creative Society, please go and visit the website allatraunites.com, and you find the join us button. You click it, you choose the language you speak, and you answer one of the questions how you would like to participate. So you leave your contacts for the participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement, and they will definitely contact you. So thank you so much for this beautiful conversation. And I would like also to ask our viewers if they repost this video in social networks to use two hashtags, hashtag ALLATRA Unites and hashtag Creative Society. So thank you everyone for being with us tonight. Just a short reminder, if you would like to participate in our shows, we run show in different languages because Allatra TV is an international volunteer television, which is run in different countries of the world in different languages. So it doesn't matter which language you speak, we can organize an interview and you can participate in the broadcasts, 6 handshakes. And also we have Allatra Radio. And if you want to talk about creative society, you can participate in these shows on Allatra Radio. And for those who like to write, please send us an essay about your understandings, what is creative society for you. So that was a beautiful, really beautiful conversation. And I'm so thankful for being part of this conversation tonight. You really made my evening very full of good energy and a lot of hope that we can do really a lot when we unite.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Christian.
Thank you, Christian.
The feeling is mutual. I mean, again, we become a part of an environment, we pull in the same energy. And again, there's something that's brought us to this connection tonight and it's brought the viewers to this station. And again, it's just flowing, letting things flow. Everything is meant to be, and everything will always work out. If we have faith and belief, everything will come and everything will flow. So thank you for the opportunity again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great show. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your evening. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.